you
I
know,
say,
those
I ain't
things.
even.
Like ding 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 ding, ding, breaking news, ding 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 ding,
Oh
breaking
yeah,
news.
like
Oh
the
man,
ticker.
yeah.
Yeah.
Beep, 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 beep. Oh, I guess we live now.
Oh, we on here. We on here. We
Hey
on here.
everybody,
What is up, y'all?
how's it going, people?
We back, man. Good to see all of y'all again with the Fly
Yeah.
Sipper Podcast.
Pow, 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 pow. Yeah, man. I'm Austin.
And it's your boy Mike,
Chia, what you sipping on, good sir?
man. So during the 4th of July week, uh, the lovely wife and I were in Florida, so I had to bring a local beer back that we both set our sights out to get every time we go to Florida. From Florida, you get Funky Buddha, the Floridian. And no, it don't commit no crazy crimes and do no crazy acts like the other Florida man or Florida woman challenge. But sipping wise, sipping wheat beer. And like I said, I'm still closing out all my summer beers, getting ready for all the autumn and winter beers. So got one more uh next week, and then probably like one or two more in the fridge, depending on how they survive. And then I'll probably start getting into your autumn and winter beers. This is a good sipper, man. If y'all like if y'all like Blue Moon, y'all definitely like this one. But I didn't talk too much about what I'm sipping on, man. What you up there sipping?
Well, I ain't got nothing but that Penny Pure White from the cruise and ginger beer.
Mm.
Front door service, he ain't even gotta drive. Yeah. I'm on my Jeezy high still from Sunday, went to the concert. I was there rapping all the words. Huge Jeezy fan.
Probably rapping the words like this too.
Oh yeah, I was wilding. Wilding, man. One thing I'll never forget about Jeezy is college coming back from summer break and the album dropped right before we left from school, I guess, the
Mm.
previous year. And it was like, okay, this is new dude, whatever. And then over summer, something happened. And everybody was listening to it. Got back to campus on the strip. I went to A&T, so there's some people who did not go to college, have no aspirations of being in college, don't even want to think about going to college, driving through the strip looking for women, looking for girls, trying to stunt with a car sitting on 30-inch rims, playing Jeezy. I was like, everybody playing this album? Okay. And then that kind of carried on the semester. I was like, oh. And then now looking back, I'm like, yo, that's probably one of my top five albums of all time. Thug Motivation 101. Like this,
Yeah,
yeah.
he was definitely an icon for a specific era. And like
Yes.
when he blew up, it was huge.
And there's I didn't realize until like I got almost close to graduation to where a lot of people from like the New York area, they didn't really listen to down south rap like that because me out too country, whatever. But a lot of people
Yeah.
were like, "Oh nah, we rock with Jeezy." I was like, "Really? Okay, yeah.
That's like when I found out in an interview that when Juvenile was shocked that he had such a big fan base in New York,
Oh yeah,
he was like, "Man,
yeah."
I was on tour, man. By the time I made it to the Northeast, man, I was walking the streets in New York. I got people pointing me out and singing back that ass up."
That ass up is a cookout song. I want everybody to know it's a cookout song, especially if you got family or live in New Orleans. That's a cookout song, yo.
Hmm.
So yeah, man, Jeezy. That concert was like it was no breaks. It was like so he had like an hour set, and it was like boom, 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 boom. I was like, but yeah, back to it, man. Yeah, anything to talk about outside of football to start?
Not besides helping to advertise WNBA playoffs, which I'll probably try to catch a few games here and there.
Yeah, shout out to the
Um,
Aces.
yeah, I'm about to say I'll be rooting for them. This is if they get it, this would be a three-peat for them, right?
Hmm.
So
Yeah, I know Asia Wilson tweaked her ankle, but she's good to play on Wednesday.
Mm, gotcha. Well, then, let's get it, man. Let's get it,
Um,
Ace.
yeah. So besides that, Saturday, Sugar's fighting. Y'all check that out. It's gonna be in the Las Vegas Sphere. It's a one and done event, so check it out. I'll be watching. So yeah.
Go.
Let's get it.
That was a new
A
face for
product of
you.
my yeah. Ugh. Chill.
So
It's
I guess
gonna be
outside
a
of that,
cold
real quick
summer.
note on college football.
Ooh,
Would you
yes.
say that Matt Rule got his revenge finally?
No.
That was a very quick answer, sir.
Nah, because like okay, yes, like they lost last year, right? But it was both their first year. Well, you know what? Okay,
Last year or the previous
I'm a
year?
no, it was the first year for Matt Rule and it's the first year for Dion at Colorado. Um, but you know what? I'm gonna just say yes because they lost. The reason why I said no is because I don't think Dion is a coach.
Mm,
Like, and that's why I'm like, I don't. If Colorado gets beat, I don't see it as, oh my gosh, it's like a monumental win. No. Last year, maybe it's a hype, but this year, like looking at the previous years or previous how last year ended and how this year started, I'm like, there's no improvement. Um, the whole Sanders family talk trash about their own team.
mm.
And that's a problem. I'm like, okay, NFL professionals, but kids, you basically say get in the transfer portal and these people are not good enough. You got to coach these people up.
Mm-hmm.
And then Shedeur Sanders complaining like how many times that other people didn't get touched or whatever, and this and that. We can't run the ball. And dog, no, no. Attitude is trash, man. Oh, I hope they lose every game.
Well, considering their performance on Saturday,
Yeah, it was they got blown out the water, yo. And it
they
wasn't
had
even
negative
close.
17. They had negative 17 rushing yards in the first half. That's a stat I have not seen like ever.
And the thing is, like, it makes me think this right here, right? You talk about the offensive line, saying they need to get better. Dude, I want to play for you because if I don't do well, if I don't protect your son, you're gonna say I ain't nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And let's be real, and I'm not going to Colorado because Colorado's not in Denver, right? It's a,
Mm-hmm.
it's, an, it's a where's Colorado University? It's not in Colorado Springs.
Yeah, I don't think it's Colorado Springs either.
Boulder, Colorado. No, I ain't going to
Yeah.
that place, man. Mm-mm,
Right, because
mm-mm,
what is there to do?
mm-hmm. Mossberg pump riding shotgun, literally. My bad.
That's
Got
why
a G.
what what is it that's in College Station, Texas? A&M?
Texas A&M. Yep, Austin. Yep, we're right outside of Austin.
It's like there ain't nothing to, you got to drive to Austin to find something
Yeah.
to do.
But the thing is, College Station does look nice. It is in Texas. I'll tell you one thing: if I'm in college, all right, man, we gotta go to Austin. Man, Austin right here. Cuckoo. Yeah, man. I, I miss college. Actually, no. I miss being around everybody like so close. Like, oh, I can just say, maybe come downstairs.
Yeah,
Now it's like, just gotta see y'all homecoming.
yeah.
And
Everybody's
then
so
when
far
we
apart.
and now like people getting older, I ain't gonna see y'all again. Y'all
Right.
got
But I ain't going to homecoming.
about kids and people stuff, whatever. But anyway, but
That's
yeah,
good.
man,
The
yeah, ain't
Independence
nobody.
the Independence homecoming, they were asked me, I was like, man, I live like 3 towns away. Man, that's a hike for me just to get down
Nah,
there. And
man.
then I
Yeah,
got to come
you
back.
gotta plan it out now, fam.
Yeah.
You going? No. When is it? I got stuff to do.
It also don't help like how much like a big help I was for the 10-year reunion and blah blah blah.
Oh yeah.
So I guess that's why they were contacting me. I was like, man, I live 3 towns away now.
They'd be like, we need Mike.
No.
Mike.
It take me an hour to drive to my brother's. No, I would imagine it would take longer to get back to my school.
Mm-mm. Yeah, because Mint Hills is there. I rode by it and I was like, oh, it looks the same. Nope.
Yeah, couple extra trailers, couple extra updates. That's about it. It looks the same.
That was fun times.
Rock still gets painted. I never will forget the game that Independence came back to beat Butler. By the time you drove by Butler, their Rock was already painted green and gold.
Dang. Yo, okay. All right. Oh, yeah, yeah. He's a menace. Yeah.
That's one of those. Y'all some felons out here. Y'all playing that.
That was, yo, that era of Independence high school football was stupid. It wasn't like, okay, did they win? It's like, all right, did they win by 50 or did they win by 60?
Yeah.
It made no sense, yo.
Beat
He was
uh
running through
one
teams.
of my boys told me this is after me and you graduated. Because I believe he was class of '06. Um but he told me about a game where they beat Harding so bad. First off, they put up 140. They beat Harding so bad. You know how they fire the cannon after every score?
Yeah.
They had scored so often that the cannon caught on fire, so they couldn't fire the cannon for the rest of the game.
Another pick six. Another pick six. Another pick.
Return for a
Man.
TD. Oh, actually, I got 4 notes before we get to the pick 'em because
All right. Well,
something with the
actually, you
Broncos
know
game.
what? Since we talking about pick sixes and stuff, you mind if I go first?
Uh, when we just go through my notes
Yeah,
first, and then we
yeah,
get
yeah. You got it. Because I got a couple bones to pick.
that's Monday. That's for Monday. So my first note is actually the newest one I just thought of in the Broncos and Seahawks game. Hey man, when's the last time you've seen two safeties in a game?
Never?
When's the last time you've seen two safeties in the first half of a game?
Oh, I've
The
seen that.
Broncos defense looks pretty stout. Um, as long as we can keep things together on offense and our defense doesn't tire out, looks pretty stout. Um, we forced two safeties in the first 30 minutes of Sunday's game. Crazy insane. In fact, I should have brought a shot up here to celebrate that. I have literally never seen that like in my life. Like I could probably research back and think about a game that there was possibly a safety for both teams, like throughout the course of the game. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Um, like maybe that Lions and Vikings game where Dan Orlovsky stepped out of bounds. Like maybe something like that. You know what I'm
Oh, man.
saying? But
Everybody's like, yo, man, what happened? Man, he stepped out.
stepped out of bounds. It was funny too because Jared Allen was chasing him down and he saw his foot hit the white, and immediately Jared Allen was like,
Stop, though. Hmm.
"For two safeties in the first 30 minutes, come on, guy, come on, guy." Um, I wanted to point that out. I was like, it was so monumental. Both the commentators for the game even said it too. It's like, I don't remember the last time I've seen two safeties in the game, let alone the first half.
They just out here watching. They just watching professional sports, yo.
Second note I got, which is going to lead more into a little bit of injury news. Puka Nakua re-aggravates his knee. How
Why
big do
did he
you think that's
play?
going to be? Thank you. That
Why do
is
you? It's a long season.
This was game one of a long season. So, as they have reported recently, which fantasy owners, y'all beware. Got a funny fantasy football story for you too. But fantasy owners beware. Puka Nakua's knee got re-aggravated so bad he's now going to be week to week and most likely out for the first 4 to 5 weeks and then week to week after that.
They're not gonna put him on IR. So you ain't getting that spot, bruh.
He's getting from what I heard from Beth, it's IR for the first 4 weeks and then
Okay,
like
okay, so it's short-term IR then. Okay.
yeah, and then week to week after that. Um, so y'all adjust accordingly. My next note is another injury note, but I'm pretty sure fantasy owners felt the pain. Christian McCaffrey,
Yeah,
who Sunday was listed as going to be in, an hour before the game was listed as out.
I'm glad because I tore my calf. That area is really sensitive, and once it goes, and that's a wrap. The problem is, I hope y'all got your handcuffs.
uh, I was going to say Jordan Addison. No, his backup,
Jordan
Jordan
Love?
Mason.
Oh,
Jordan
you Jordan
Mason.
Mason? Yeah.
Jordan Mason looked like a discount aisle version of Marshawn Lynch, though. He had like what 110 through 3 quarters. So he definitely did his job and played his part as the backup. Um, he had some receiving yards too, but I think he had like 110 through the first 3 quarters.
Hmm.
Um, for fantasy owners, like like Austin said, it's going to be a very very rough road if you all intend on trying to keep Christian McCaffrey on the team because of where the injury is at. So y'all tread those waters how you need. Within the same game, how you feel about Aaron Rodgers, man?
I mean, I feel like Aaron Rodgers did Aaron Rodgers things. I mean, think about it. This is his first game back in like 2 years. Because I don't count the first one last year. So, I mean, we'll kind of see how it goes. But for the most part, it's been fine.
I was feeling like some of the age was catching up to them, or catching up to him, because I mean, it was two top five defenses going against each other. I will throw that out there. So I'm not going to take anything away from both teams' defenses, but I feel like some of the age was catching up to them because at one point they read out the stat line. If the 49ers had over 400 total yards, and the Jets had failed to reach 200 at that point in the game. They had three back-to-back, either three and outs or turnovers. It was one of those 40-year-old A-Rod. It might be time to go ahead and hang it up.
Yeah, but my thing is this. Can they find anybody better?
Absolutely not. Um,
Or
without Aaron
who's
Rodgers
that?
last year, they had the 32nd ranked offense. So absolutely
Yes.
not. um, mind you, they dealt the quarterbacks away and they picked up new ones, which is a awful thing to do. When you're trying to get some kind of core and rebuild and stuff, that is an awful thing to do. Because once again, what if Aaron Rodgers goes down? Let's be real. He's 40. He takes a big hit during a sack or a tackle for loss. It might be like the Brett Favre in Minnesota, where he hit that turf and didn't move for like 5 minutes.
Yep. He was like, "Oh yeah, you coming back?" No,
No.
no. I think I'm done. Nope. Let him play. I'm good.
Um, it's like things to think about. I do agree with you. I did see some Aaron Rodgers type things, but it's like he's 40. It's like, mm, mm.
Hmm.
That's all the main notes that I had. In case you had anything.
I did more so for the Panthers. Did you see the game?
Oh yeah, I'd like to point out that the opening pass was targeted toward no one, or there was no receiver in the area, I should say, which resulted
So
in an interception for the Saints.
you remember how we had a conversation 2 weeks ago? We're like, yo, why aren't we seeing the offense in preseason?
Mm-hmm. We said
Now
it.
the Panthers look bad on all parts of the game, but uh, when the main part was like it's if the defense didn't do well all, and people are blaming the defensive coordinator. I'm trying to let people know you do you do realize the Panthers let go of Brian Burns, Frankie Louvu, Jeremy Chin, Deontay or Dante Jackson for Bryce Young. The defense got much weaker because they wanted to put stuff around Bryce Young. So I'm like, okay, yeah, what, okay. And what they told us was Bryce Young is so accurate and he can process well and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
Bam, he looked like he should not be in the NFL at all. He looked lost out there. And I'm tired of people be like, well, maybe you need like his confidence up or something. Fam, he played for Alabama. He has played in games in his college career that are going to be bigger than what he's ever going to play in the NFL.
Yep.
He had to go on a road to LS to Baton Rouge. He had to play at Auburn. He had home games at Alabama. He had um he had to play in Florida. Like he played in crazy environments.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. I ain't trying to hear nothing about no confidence, man, because they told
Mm-hmm.
us that he's the most ready to go and he can process well. And like what's crazy? You can't coach him up. Uh, People give Sam Darnold chance after chance after chance because he's big, he can move a little bit, and he got a cannon. It may not get to where you wanted to get to, but he can sling it, right?
Yeah.
Bryce Young arm is not like that. People are gonna work with Lamar Jackson inaccuracy from time to time. They're gonna work with Kyler Murray, whatever, because they fast. They can get out the pocket and extend the play. Bryce ain't that. Yeah, no, that ain't him. He ain't fast.
Mm-hmm.
So what is he good at again? Because I don't see it. And was like weird was
Being short.
he looks tiny. And the thing is this, man, is like, okay, his first pass was a pick, right? He
Mm-hmm.
threw two total picks. At one point, he had 60 yards and two interceptions. He should have thrown four. Picking up the blitz, okay, the first time, whatever, right? He got sacked by a corner 3 times. And there's a couple times I'm thinking like, there's the blitz. I can see
Mm-hmm.
it coming. I can see. And then not even trying to disguise it no more. He's just running. You're not gonna ship protection. Nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing.
Not and let alone sacked by let alone the number of sacks. He was sacked by the same corner 3 times.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yes. And I'm like, fam, this ain't it, man. And I thought it was just me being like a little bit overreaction, whatever. I checked my Panthers chat, like my like the OG joint.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, okay, we feel the same. Then I checked the Discord, which is a bigger one. Oh, everybody feels the same there. Then I'm checking like YouTube stuff the next day. Okay, so we all see it. It's not just me. I'm like, nah, it's like he never passed the eye test. Like, and the thing is, here's the thing. I hope I'm wrong. I hope he turns out to be great. I want my team to win. But fam, I don't see it. And what sucks is that you don't want to compare people. But look, man, the fact of it is this: he's always going to be compared to Anthony Richardson and C.J. Stroud.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Richardson in traffic flicked the ball 60 yards, touchdown. You saw that one? he didn't step through. He just beep,
Man,
flicked it. Just yeah,
CJ Stroud has a playoff win in his rookie season.
yes. And he came back to win the previous game.
And this is who, yeah, right. And but yeah,
Yes,
they went with Bryce.
like okay, it's like okay, if you would have went Stroud, I think Stroud was number one. If you'd have went Anthony Richardson, okay, I get it because if you're gonna swing for the fences, you might as well get the dude with all the potential.
Hmm.
Yeah, so worst come to worst, okay, I can probably work with him because he got the arm strength, he got the speed, he's strong. I can kind of mold him into it. You can't mold Bryson into nothing, fam. And think about it, they said CJ Stroud like was an idiot, couldn't pass the test. But, I mean, I
Well,
have some other
that
conspiracy
quote
theories,
unquote
but
couldn't pass the test, got a playoff win. So
hmm and more help. That's crazy. And also too, so last year, people were complaining about. I don't want to turn into a Panther thing, but we here. Uh, last thing I'm going to say, but last year people were saying that he doesn't have enough help, and the wide receivers couldn't get open, and he didn't have time to throw. This past game, he had time to throw, and he was just missing people left and right.
and
And I'm
big
like,
missing them by like 5 yards, five,
yeah,
10 yards.
and they were open. They were open, yo. Like, nah, we can't talk. We can't say that, yo, man. Wide receivers can't get open, man. Like, what can you do when people don't get open? Nah, they were open, running open. So Dave Canales did call a good game. He just couldn't hit nobody,
Hmm.
and those interceptions were like way like crazy.
The
And what
first
makes me
the
think,
first one should give you the biggest red flag that you need to know about Bryce. He threw to an area with no Carolina Panthers receiver.
yes. So here's the thing too. So somebody said this. He was like, "Yo, Bryce Young can't see, so he throws to a spot and not throw to where the receiver can catch it."
Right.
And I'm like, that makes sense. If everything is timing and he has to process everything, he can't. He's so short, and he can't run out to get time. So it's I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm about to say the commentators mentioned that like that Canales was trying to work in plays where he rolls out so he can actually see and not be blocked by his offensive line. Problem being, defenses also know that, so they're going to have a spy.
Yep, they're gonna contain and then close.
Yeah,
It's like, and the thing is this, man. Like, I don't like Bryce Young as my quarterback, but he didn't draft himself,
right.
so it's all Tepper's fault. So yeah, we're mad at Bryce Young, but Bryce Young didn't want to be here either.
True. There you
So
go.
it's all Tepper's fault. He ruined a playoff franchise. So yeah, that's what I got, man. But yeah, maybe go ahead and go to pick him, man. Before I turn this into a hate podcast.
Oh man, if I think of anything else from week one, I'll just add it to next week's. The pick 'em. So Thursday's game is going to be an interesting one. Um, the Miami Dolphins versus the Buffalo Bills. Mind you, it's in Miami.
Miami. Oh,
Um,
is Josh Young? It's not Josh Young. Is Josh Allen playing?
Bryce Allen.
Yeah.
I'm going with you, man, on the Miami, man. It is in Miami. Uh, oh, that's another note. Um, I'm still going to go Miami, but how much impact do you think is going to be for Mostert being questionable, if not out?
I don't know.
They do have Devon Achane. He had a decent game Sunday.
Mm,
But
I don't know.
generally, a lot of times Miami will wear you out with a 1-2 punch between Achane
Yeah.
and Mostert. So not having him, I don't know if that'll have any kind of impact. Just the thing to note. Um, you got the Baltimore Ravens and the Las Vegas Raiders. I kind of want to do the surprise pick here, but
The Ravens and the Raiders?
yeah,
Ravens, hands down.
I'm gonna still go with you. And I kind of wanted to do the surprise pick. Max Crosby is a beast, but Lamar Jackson is nimble and fast. The next one would be the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cleveland Browns. It is in Jacksonville.
Give me the Jaguars, fan. I don't know what, yo, I don't know who's the bigger disappointment, Deshaun Watson or Bryce Young. No, it had to be Deshaun Watson because we knew what was up with Bryce Young before. He had to prove
I was
us
about to
wrong.
say.
Deshaun Watson is like, oh, he's a thief, and he may go back to jail. So, I don't know.
I'm actually going to counterpick you with Cleveland because Jacksonville last week did not look comfortable with Miami's defense, and Cleveland's defense is actually better than Miami's defense.
I'm thinking Deshaun gonna give it up.
I'm thinking both quarterbacks are going to give it up. I think Trevor Lawrence only had like 11 fantasy points,
Hmm.
and that was with the attempted comeback drive. Like he was at 8 for a hot minute. Um, Next, the Tennessee Titans versus the New York Jets in Tennessee. It's probably going to be my vote for the barn burner game.
Oh, give me the Jets.
Jets with that top 5 defense. I'm going to agree with you. Uh, it's going to have to be a big game from Tony Pollard in order for the Titans to stand a chance.
Because Will Levis gonna
Come
give
on,
it up.
but I'm not saying, but they do still have mayonnaise in his coffee drinking Will Levis.
Will Levis be throwing stupid picks. Like it's just stupid. And he's like, oh, what? Like just go down. It just. I was like, what? Like, what do you do? If you just stupid picks? It seems like it's like, oh yeah, you just don't have experience. And that's
Then
the
it could
difference.
be
Where it's like, okay, you just made bad decisions. You look like you don't need to be here. Two different things. We can probably fix this. We can't fix that.
That's 2 schools I never trust quarterbacks from. It's Kentucky and Alabama.
Alabama, yo. I could have told you they don't trust an Alabama quarterback. Jalen Hurts is not an Alabama quarterback. He went to Oklahoma.
I think the last good Kentucky quarterback was what, Tim Couch? That's the 90s. Oh man. The Alabama, they tried to make Mac Jones look good. We see how that ended up.
Man.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
AJ McCarron is in what, the XFL now? But Minnesota Vikings versus the San Francisco 49ers. Who you got?
Oh, San Fran.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's probably an easy pick. Where do we even put Minnesota like tier wise?
It's weird because I don't know yet. You know what I'm saying?
Like pretty elite receiving core, but who's throwing them the ball?
Yeah, Donald didn't look that bad. At the same time, like who did they play last week?
Someone bad. Let's see who they played last week. That's how you know it's bad. Don't even remember who they played. I think it might have gotten my vote for a barn burner. Scores. Also, obviously, as you can see, America is obviously a game I was not paying much attention to. Vikings played the New York Football Giants. So yeah, that would have got my vote for barn burner.
Mm.
The
Washington
Giants are
said,
basically Devin Singletary and others.
bro, they get the quarterback soon.
I still need that Daniel Jones big scramble where the 40-yard line becomes the best tackler in the league. I still need it. I needed America. I
How
needed
did that
America.
happen?
How you got a free scramble and it skip that diddly dee? And then
He
shout
had a
out to
touchdown. He had a touchdown.
yeah, there was no defender in sight. 40
That's when
yard
you
line
know
saying,
you
hey,
trash. It's like, nah, we can't let you be good.
man, Duke, out of Duke. Um, the Carolina Panthers versus the LA
Carolina.
Chargers.
I'm
Hey
voting
man,
Carolina. I'm gonna tell you why. It's not because of who I think is gonna win. It's because for the safety of downtown. Because I will be there with my sister. For dog, they better not introduce the offense coming out. Because it's gonna be like, yeah, and for your quarter, boo! It's gonna be bad. It's gonna get bad,
yeah.
yo. If we do not if it's not a competitive game, if we don't see flashes from Lil Man, yo, it's
But they see flashes from who?
Lil Man. It's gonna get bad, yo.
Gonna get Bubba Sparks, gonna get ugly.
It's gonna get super ugly. And the thing is, like, yo, like you can't have a string of Cam Newton, Ryan Khalil, uh, Jordan Gross before him, Luke Kuechly, Thomas Davis, Josh Norman, was it Jay Stu? I'm missing some people. Um, let's say Greg Olson. Let's say Cam.
No, he didn't pay Greg Olsen.
Yeah, Steve Smith before them. Like that string of like old and new. Nah, nope. And then just like, yeah, we're gonna just keep trying stuff. Oh
Even a
yeah, the
little
best
bit
coach you
before
ever
that,
had? Out of here.
even a little bit before that, the jersey that I got, D'Angelo Williams,
Oh yeah, D Will. Yep, double trouble.
it was like you went from that to this. You can't even call this garbage cans, man. This is poop shoots.
It's not competitive, yo. So yeah, so I'm not saying what I think will happen. I'm saying what needs to happen for society to continue on Sunday after for
Yeah,
yeah.
else Charlotte is gonna look like Afghanistan. I didn't say
But
that out
they
loud.
bombed out and depleted.
It depleted. Uh, I would go with the Chargers, but I still see what you're saying. Like as Sunday's game was so bad that yes, Carolina needs to at least look competitive, if not win that game. The New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks.
um Seahawks. I got them in fantasy again.
Also, my apologies to Patriots fans. If y'all watched my previous episode, y'all know I slightly took a nod towards the Chisel Adonis's hot take that the Patriots would go winless. The Patriots already 1-0.
Man,
So
I don't know how they won that game. You know how many people lost money because of that? Because the Bengals were
then
should be.
the Falcons lost too.
Yeah, but that
The
line wasn't
Steelers
like
didn't
that.
play Russell Wilson. The
Man,
Steelers
they'd
didn't
play
play
Russell
Russell
Wilson.
Wilson.
They'd have played Future the whole warm up, and I would have loved it.
They didn't play Russell Wilson. They never got in the end zone, and they won by 8. The Falcons could have scored a touchdown and still lost.
Bro, we get beat by. Oh, yo, that's what I was gonna tell you. Somebody sold their tickets on SeatGeek for the Falcons and Panthers game. I'm not sure which location for
Yeah.
$1.80.
What profit did you even make there?
Oh, that's not profit. That's just, you know what? I can't take this no more. Get it out of my system. I'm cleansing myself. They probably burned sage. Nah, yo.
I'm gonna join you on the Seahawks pick versus the Patriots. That is hilarious, though. Like
So bad.
dollar
So
80, I
bad.
would have taken it too. Um, the Dallas Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints,
Give
which
me the Cowboys because I refuse to believe the Saints are any good.
I was
At
actually going
this
to say
at the same time, man, if the Saints get blown out by the Cowboys, I'm gonna be like, how bad are the Panthers?
that bad.
How bad are the
Um,
Panthers? But
which we also
I
get to
do think
see
I do think the
what
Cowboys
gets
are
left of
gonna.
that area with was it is it Francine? Is the hurricane in that area?
Yeah, yeah. I got I was actually talking to my cousins now. Apparently it's supposed to touch down on Wednesday
Yeah.
in New Orleans. So Dallas will be fine, but
I mean, depending on path, there's a lot of stuff that can happen in the path between now and I think it's what tomorrow afternoon is supposed to hit landfall.
yeah, it's supposed to kind of curve up through Mississippi. So
Gotcha. Um, the Washington, I was literally getting ready to say Redskins. That's the old head in me. The Washington Commanders and the New York Giants.
give me the Commandos. Yo, Jalen Daniels. I was like, yo, I'm about to get Jalen Daniels as a quarterback, and then I'm getting Matthew Stafford as like a backup. And I started Stafford so I can have somebody consistent. I didn't know about Jalen Daniels, and now I see it. You starting. You starting. That man, yo, he be moving, yo. He's don't need to
I
move up the
fully
middle.
agree. I
If he move
fully
up the
agree. I
middle,
mean,
it's a wrap. His bone's gonna explode, yo. Nah, just leave it to run to the outside. He
he out
he
here
gonna get
making
hit like
LSU.
Power Stone. Oh no.
Oh no!
No.
Off topic. Did I tell you about one of the funniest match starts I had in that game?
Mm-mm.
Everyone lost their power stone in the first 5 seconds. And by first 5 seconds, I mean really first 3 seconds. It literally was like, go for it. Oh, no. Well, okay. We're here now. I'm gonna never forget that. It was on that kind of space station looking stage with the elevators and stuff where a dude said, "And don't miss the elevator."
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Soon as it started.
Oh,
No. But yeah, I'm gonna
dang.
join you on the Commanders pick because I fully agree, and I don't know. Now, Giants defense is improved. Um, they did score pretty decently in fantasy, thanks to the Brian Burns edition and some other additions that they got. Giants defense is
Zero
improved, but
sacks.
I don't know if that alone is good enough to beat what I saw out of Jaden Daniels. So I'm gonna join you
Yeah,
on
he
that.
fast, yo.
The Detroit Lions and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fun fact: years ago, this was a division game.
Hmm. I'm gonna go with the Lions. I feel like they need to regroup.
I'm gonna do a sharp pick, and I'm gonna
Because
say
even though
Tampa
that they
Bay.
won, they didn't play that well.
Mm-hmm. Detroit Lions. If there's any team you need to regroup on, playing anyone out the NFC South is that's where you get time to get your time and back up and regroup and everything. Uh, so I agree. I'm gonna do the shock value pick and actually pick Tampa Bay. Um, Detroit got beat over the top a lot, so I feel like that's gonna leave a lot for uh, the receivers to get open. Chris Godwin, it could be a
Correct.
tough day for the Detroit defense. Now, what's that boy's name? Hutchinson,
Yep. Aiden
the defense.
Hutchinson.
Yeah, he could create some trouble for Baker Mayfield. So that that could be a telling sign. That could point it back towards the favor of Detroit. But they were getting beat over the top a lot uh, versus LA Sunday. So as we'll see. I'm doing that shock value pick though. Next, we got the Green Bay Packers and the Indianapolis Colts.
Give me the Colts. Jordan Love ain't got no love for his knees. And Anthony Richardson had 31 fantasy points. I don't know what this man doing. Um, yeah, I feel slow by not picking him up. I feel like I
My,
made a lot of mistakes this year in fantasy drafts, but I had a lot of things going on, and I I was rushing through a lot of drafts. So next year be better.
I'm also going to join you on the Colts there because I don't know if the chemistry is fully there yet for Green Bay. So like we already see it with the Colts. The Colts are definitely going to be that competitive AFC team that
Oh yeah,
basically just doesn't make the playoffs because the AFC is too powerful. But they're going to be competitive enough to beat up on you if you aren't on your A game. Um,
I can't stand Bryce Young.
my man Bucker. The Arizona Cardinals and the LA Rams.
Oh, give me the Rams. I still think
Even
Marvin
now,
Harrison Jr. needs more. I guess. I mean, he's a rookie. So now this question later on in the season, I don't know. But right now, yeah, give me Stafford and Cup over Kyler and Marvin Harrison.
Yeah, because I can't even name another receiver on the Cardinals. I know James Conner is there. He's a running back. Um, my boys, Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I got the Broncos.
Oh, you picking up? Look at
Hmm.
us! Look at
Oh
us picking them
yeah.
up.
Give me the Broncos, man.
Well, here's something that can sway my decision. But give it some thought. I know there's a rebuilt offensive line that worked kind of well against the Seahawks Sunday. Um, a lot more of our mistakes came from Bo Nix basically being a rookie. The downfall, the Steelers have TJ Watt, but it also depends on who the Steelers start at quarterback. Because if they start Justin Fields again, our defense is built to handle a Justin Fields. We might get beat over the top once or twice, but Patrick
Damn.
Surtain is in his game. You know what?
Could you imagine if Russell Wilson plays? You know how many boos he's about to get?
He might not even make it out of the locker room. I'm gonna join you on the Denver pick. I'm gonna join you on the Denver pick. I was gonna go Pittsburgh, but I'm gonna join you on the Denver pick, especially if Justin Fields plays. But we handled him last year when he played for the Bears. Next up, you got the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Jeez.
The AFC Championship matchup from what 2 years ago.
I would say one thing right here. Yo, Kelsey about to eat, yo.
Buffet.
Yep. Think about it. So Kelsey wasn't gonna do nothing during the Ravens game. Ravens linebackers, nah, we good. But now with the threat of Xavier Worthy just running, I mean, he got the ball. It was like, boom. You know, ain't nothing faster than the boom. You know what I'm talking about? So,
Also, he's saying nothing fast. Also, for fantasy owners, if y'all did not pick up Xavier Worthy or if you didn't use him and he was on your bench, he scored at least 20, depending on how your
mhm.
league is set up. He scored at least 20.
That man's fast. I'm like, Kadarius Toney, you see what happens when you have hands? You could have been this dude, but you can't catch.
I found watched the documentary and found out that why Kadarius Toney played like that. In
What?
short, in short, in high school and his first year of college, he was a quarterback. And then at Florida, they converted him to wide receiver, and he never devoted the time to actually perfect the craft of being a wide receiver.
Oh, so he's like a new. Okay.
Like he never just put in time. I guess he always thought he was going to be like at least used for like trick plays, and he can have his like quarterback slash dual threat because he was the dual threat type quarterback, kind of like a Lamar when he was in high school. So
Okay, that makes sense.
I guess he figured they would use him like that, and he never put time into actually being a receiver, like route running, focusing on your catches and things like that. He never devoted time to that, which that's still on him. That your position changes, you have to now do what the position does. So that's still on him, but that's what happened. He never devoted that time. Sunday night football, Houston Texans and the Chicago Bears in
Give me the
Houston.
Texans. I think that's gonna be a whooping, yo.
I actually don't think I'm gonna join you on the Houston Texans pick, but I don't think it'll be a whooping. I think we're gonna have a show, and I think Houston's gonna pull it out. I feel like Houston will probably pull it out. Kind of end of game, end up going up by like 10 or so, but I think we're gonna have a show. I think both teams are gonna at least score 24. I might even look and place a bet on the over under, and I might take the over. um, Chicago impressed me in the preseason and such. Yeah, I think they can put up points. I think their defense has to gel a little bit better. Um, and then finally, Monday Night Football.
Dum 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 dum.
The Philadelphia Eagles versus the Atlanta Falcons in Philly.
Oh, give me the Philly. Yeah, give me Philly. Philly's offense looks nasty.
Atlanta's got a lot to figure out with their new pieces. The defense is improved. I'm gonna have to join you on the Eagles pick because the Eagles have already been established and then just added Saquon Barkley.
Hmm.
Which for those of y'all that don't know, I think he scored what like 28 Sunday. No, he didn't play. They didn't play Sunday. They played Friday. Um, yeah, he scored like 28 Friday. So, yeesh. But yeah, with that, I think
That's
that
it?
is pretty much it. Unless you have any other additional notes or such.
Nah, I got nothing, man. This is all Bryce Young hate. That's all it is. I hope he proves me wrong, but I don't see it, and I don't see it.
I'm wondering the same. I'm
I don't
wondering
see
the
it.
same. He's gonna have
Because
to prove it wrong.
like, you can be like, oh man, like okay, when I say this dude is trash, it's a lot different than he doesn't belong in the NFL.
Correct.
So
This is like I can't think of another quarterback situation like this.
at least like Jamarcus Russell, you're like, okay, he just don't want to put in the work.
He didn't put in the work.
Yeah, but he's
You
the
hear the
NFL
story of you hear the story of
of the tape.
yeah,
Hmm.
we good to go for game day, right? Yeah, yeah, we good. To explain that story in short, Jack Del Rio, who's coach of the Raiders at the time, um, basically sent Jamarcus Russell home a bunch of blank DVDs, but he was testing him and saying that these DVDs were like basically like some game film here and there on some different teams and different scenarios. And he told Jamarcus Russell to watch these and like next practice they'll get together and work on
Yeah,
some drills and
they gave him
such.
like a week to watch it.
Yeah. And Marcus was like, yeah, 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 cool. Again, the DVDs were blank. Jamarcus doesn't know this. He thinks it's game film. So next week they come in and he tested them by asking them, are we good to go? And not so much did you watch them, it's are we good to go? Like he was phrasing the questions like that. He's like, yeah, 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 no, we're good. If if he had actually watched them, he would have been like, coach,
There was nothing
like
on
at
the
some
thing.
point during that week, yo, these are blank. Like phone calls, something. Or even came back to the practice. Hey, yo, these are blank, blah, blah, blah. Nothing. And that's how Jack Del Rio knew he wasn't putting in that work ethic that he needed to. And it makes me wonder, do the Panthers have a quarterbacks coach? So I was
Who
gonna say,
knows,
I was
man?
like, I never hear of like specific position coaches on the Panthers. It's just like if Bryce ain't it, there ain't nobody to coach him up. The head coach's job is to coach the other coaches. So I mean, he can't always be there to bring your boy up. It's gonna be rough.
Oh, it's gonna be stupid, yo. Mm, I can't stand it, dude. Like, yo, the amount of stuff is going on. Just look on Instagram, not Instagram. Look on just check out social media or
Any social media
YouTube
that's not Instagram, because Instagram
or
mainly videos
or,
and
or
photos.
just go on YouTube. You will see.
A man's first pick didn't have a Panther receiving target. It was all black and gold in that area. Like that one dude said in that clip, nothing over there.
Nothing, yo.
But yeah, I think that's it, America, man. Y'all know what to do. Y'all come on back next week, man. And y'all know what we say, man. Y'all stay fly. Y'all
Keep
keep on
on
sipping.
sipping, man.
Let me get this back in the shot.
Don't let your franchise do you like this.
Get this back in the shot so y'all know what it look like. Y'all see. Now y'all need to see the page black.
Buddha.
Funky Buddha, man.
Oh, yeah, y'all make sure y'all put in your waiver request too. So,
Yeah, don't let no other people jump on those players before you do.
mm-hmm.
Especially if y'all had Christian McCaffrey or Puka Nakua. Y'all gonna be in the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, until next time. Deuces.
Deuce.